welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, February 28th, 2022.
That's right, it's all of the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
And we're kicking off this week's episode with some news about Streets of New Capenna.
Wow.
I know.
Neon Dynasty is still pretty fresh, but New Capenna is on the horizon. And we now know that the pre-release will once again be in stores before it will be digital.
I know, this is such exciting news, I think. April 22nd, New Capenna is going to be at your LGS for pre-release, and it's not going to be released digitally until April 29th.
Wow. They are making you go to store.
Hey, you go to a store again.
Go to a store. Get out there. Go to a store.
I know. I'm kind of like excited that they're making me, honestly, because I'm like, yeah, I should do it.
I should do it. Am I spooked? Yes. Will I do it? Since you made me.
Yep. So, of course, New Capenna is set in the brand new plane of New Capenna. Wizards says, quote, stay tuned for more information in the coming weeks about this city full of grit, glamour, and intrigue.
We also have a release date for the D&D crossover Commander set, Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. That will be released June 10th. It's its own set designed to be drafted like the first Commander Legends that came out in 2020.
Wow.
Did that year happen? So we're told.
I know. I'm like, geez, that was in 2020.
That was,
wow.
Maria, brace yourself, 2 years ago.
Time isn't real. Well, if you want to know more about announcements, guess what? Wizards has announced when they'll be announcing more announcements, which is pretty classic for Wizards, honestly. But this is weekly MTG, so that's that Twitch show that frequently announces new Magic stuff. So it's going to have a monthly announcement day. And if you want to know when those upcoming announcement days are, they've let you know. The next one coming up is March 24th, then April 21st, May 12th, June 30th, and so on. So at least we know when we can be expecting an announcement. Announcement.
Next up, there have been tons of Alchemy rebalances. They say they're buffing the Zombies deck and other cards that are, quote, agnostic of Neon Dynasty.
What does that mean?
It just means ones that won't really be impacted by the mechanics or the strong cards in Neon Dynasty. Except Townraiser Tyrant is nerfed once again.
Wow.
You'll love to see it.
You can't hit that bad boy with the hammer enough times, I guess.
You really can't. Its ability now triggers on the end step instead of upkeep.
What happens next time? Next time when they're like, oh, that's still, it's still too oppressive.
It becomes a 4/3.
Okay, well, we'll wait for that to happen then, I guess.
Even bigger, Fires of Invention is unbanned in Historic.
Jeez.
But it now costs 4 in a red, up from 3 in a red. They say that delaying that by 1 step is going to be better.
I mean,
we'll see what happens.
I remember when this card caused quite a lot of trouble.
Yes, it was very spicy. Will it be once again? We'll see.
You can check out all of the rebalances over on Daily MTG if you're into that. An arena event is coming up this Friday, which seems pretty fun. It's called Neon Arcade. It's going to run March 4th through the 18th. Get a chance to win Neon Dynasty Soft Glow card styles and gold. Entry fee is 2,000 gold or 400 gems. The format is Alchemy Singleton with the, quote, high score emblem.
Yes, this emblem says, whenever you cast a spell, if its mana value is greater than the number of charge counters on high score emblem, put a number of charge counters on high score emblem equal to the difference and create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn.
Midweek Magic this week is also Alchemy All Access, so it's all Alchemy all the time on Arena ahead of the Neon Dynasty Championships, which are coming up the weekend of the 11th of March, which is Alchemy and Historic.
That's going to be super exciting. So if you want to find out more about that format, you can now dip your toes in the water.
Into the alchemy water.
Just a little bit of a Singleton news.
Yes.
Someone sold a red neon Hidetsugu for $1,600.
Oh my God.
$1,600.
Wow, that's a lot of money for one Magic card.
Yes, that is a lot of money. That is, of course, the most rare version of those neon ink treatments.
Yeah, still. Wow. And also, I mean, like, if you haven't heard, there's, a war going on and stuff. Here we are doing a Magic podcast, but We do have a little bit of crossover of this news from Ukraine and the Magic world. Russian player Dmitry Medvedev has tweeted requesting for a neutral flag for the Neon Dynasty Championship instead of a Russian flag.
That's right. He said, quote, "I must admit it never felt black and white to me until today, but what happens now is beyond any meaning of acceptable. I demand Wizards Magic to provide me with a neutral flag for the upcoming championship."
Yeah, so I'm sure that they'll make that happen. And like we said, the upcoming championship, not this weekend, but next weekend, Alchemy and Historic, the first time we're going to see Alchemy on the quote-unquote big stage.
Next up, Nathan Stayer wins the Magic Online Championship Showcase 3. He took it down in his back-to-back-to-back third championship.
That's a lot of back-to-backs.
It is. He's competed in a lot of pro tours over the years. He's a known grinder. So congratulations to him for finally getting that win.
Yeah, that's awesome. The format of this tournament was really cool too. It was Modern and Vintage Cube. Nathan played Grixis Death Shadow in Modern, and almost all the players played different decks in the Modern portion of the tournament.
Yeah, there was Boros Burn, 4-color Blink, Teamer Footfalls, 2 copies of Grixis Death Shadow, Azorius Hammer,
Sick,
and Demir Mill, and Oops All Spells.
Oops All Spells. I love that one.
Great. You gotta.
Now we have some news on some art sales from around the Magic world, which is pretty cool stuff here in big numbers.
Yeah, Chris Ron's Tameo Completed Sage sold for $24,250.
Wow!
It's oils on board, and he also sold the associated sketch for an additional $2,600.
The Mech Titan suite of art also sold for a combined $17,300.
Yes, Victor Adame Mingus' art for Mech Titan Core sold for $5,400. The art for the Mech Titan token sold for $11,000, and an adorable sculpture study he made for it sold for an additional $900.
Very cute.
So cute. The buyer said that he's going to display it next. He got both the art and the sculpture, and he's going to display them together.
Oh, adorable.
I love it.
Congratulations to the artists making these sales. Such fantastic art. I always love that Magic has such great art. I feel very proud when I look at other card games and I'm like, our game has the best art.
It really
That's just
does.
the truth. And then some news here from Mark Rosewater's Twitter account. He tweeted out, "What upcoming set are you the most excited for?" We've got Streets of New Capenna, Dominaria United, and Brothers War.
And Brothers War is almost half of like the total results. It is by far the winner.
It won with 49.9% of the vote. Second place was Streets of New Capenna with 32.3%, and Dominaria United came in third with 17.8%.
Maybe because people are like, what is Dominaria?
I mean,
what is it?
What is it? I mean,
what is it?
We had a lot of fun with Dominaria when it came out a few years ago. So I'm like, are we just doing that again? Because I'm here for that.
I would do that again. That was super fun. So
that was a great set.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people, of course, cashing in on the nostalgia factor of Brothers War, which for old school Magic players, this has been a huge part of the story for a long time.
If you don't know what happened in Dominaria or the original Brothers War, lucky you, there's a whole video series that we made.
Yes, there is.
Over on the Wizards of the Coast YouTube channel.
It's called The Completely and Unquestionably Accurate History of Dominaria.
Yeah.
It's told across 3 chapters. And it features...
I don't know what else to tell you. It's amazing.
It features some great Magic personalities acting in the videos with us, Wizards people telling the story of Dominaria, and Marshall Sutcliffe wearing a Karn suit. He doesn't want you to know it's him, but it's him.
How dare he? Honestly.
Well, that's all the Magic news you need for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. You can check out our full-length podcast, Good Luck High Five, anywhere you get your podcasts, and support this show, that show, and everything that we make over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
How does he think people won't know? That robot is so tall. It's a really tall robot.
It's very tall.
Very tall.